Let me wait for someone to please let me know if the sound is okay. I decide to change and do this live on YouTube, and first of all I am going to wait a little bit for people to know that I'm alive. And then what I wanted to do today it is I wanted to talk a little bit about my experience, what I am learning in these 3 years making twin flame drawings, and then at the same time to answer your questions, and then I would like to channel guides to see what it comes through. Maybe we'll do a process or an activation. I'm not sure what will come through. And then at the same time I would like to let you know that I put 2 products on discount during the live only. I do have the galactic activations at 70% and a twin flame course that is going to start the 2 of February. It has 50%, I believe, but then I have other discounts. So if you would like to check those out, that is going to be only during the live, and is going to be at encodedfrequency.com. I don't think I can read the messages. I'm new at this, but I'm going to see if I can see them on my app. Let me see if I can see this. Perhaps I can read them right here and see if you guys have any questions. Hello, beautiful. How are you doing? It's a little bit dark, I think. Oh, I can read the messages. I can read the messages. Sorry. My bad. Let me see. Thank you. I think, is it any question, something that you want me to start, or I will just go with the flow? Let me see. I think I will start. Hello, beautiful. Is it the sound okay? Because I don't like to use the headphones, because then sometimes I create like a second background with the headphones. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it right here. Thank you. I think we can start doing a light language transmission. Meanwhile, wait for people to tune in. And that way, I invite your higher selves and a twin flame for the ones that have it already active. Give me a second. There is a lot going on. Try to be a way of drama, because otherwise I was with family yesterday, and sometimes it's easy to be positive and in the flow when you are doing spiritual stuff. But then when you have all day with family that is not used to do these things, sometimes it's hard. But what I did, it was I rejected the possibility of myself of being seduced by the drama that is going on in the collective. And then it came to me few times, like 3 times, until I finally was able to find my center within that lower frequency environment that I was. And I wanted to share this because it's a lot going on. And my action plan, what I'm doing is focus on what is working out for me. What is working out for me? I'm so happy with the job that I have. So I'm focusing on my job. I'm doing great with my kids. I'm doing some adjustments on our food, our activities. I'm working a lot in my body. I feel like I'm physically changing, and I'm working a lot with love. And love, it's part of my soul mission. I think I'm going to start with this. We all have different missions, and my soul mission for myself, it is to love myself, to source a love for me in such a way that I clear patterns for other lives where I was in abusive relationships, narcissistic patterns, sexual distortions, etc., etc. So that's why I am in this twin flame journey. This twin flame journey for me, it is part of my soul mission for me. And at the same time, I share it with all of you, and I think all of you will mirror yourself in me. Perhaps it will serve you to learn. Perhaps it will serve you to say, I don't want to do that. That's also valid. So I think that's why I manifested to do the drawings, because one day I had a dream and then my guide said, look, you said in your contract that you wanted to have this, but you're not there yet. So we're going to manifest people to co-create with you that they all want to have a twin flame. So you all find this matching frequency of constant love that is so sweet in heaven, that you all can have your own unique experience and learning all together. And let me see if I have any questions. I cannot see comments, but yes. Okay. Do you guys would like me to start with a light language activation? And then I think if you guys have any questions, we can do with that. If not, I think I will share my story. And through my story, I think you guys will see yourself. Okay, great. Let's please ask your higher self and the higher self of everyone that is meant to be here, either physical or in the spiritual realm, to come to assist. And let's set our intention that our energies, our frequencies are going to match love frequency. And I have Mary Magdalene, so I'm going to welcome her. I have been working with her and Mother Mary for the last 3 weeks, I think. So please take a deep and cleansing breath. And I do have Mary Magdalene on my left and Mother Mary on my right. Nite sate kishki sako teki arako teki iniki amase misha suite ki asuite ki ayate ikiana. We are representing the divine feminine. We would like to talk to all of you today from 2 different standpoints. One, it is the point that you are your own unique creator. And we know that you understand, of course, that you create reality, but at the same time, there are different circumstances that intervene or intertwine for those creations. And the second standpoint, it is that you can match that love that many of you feel that you are lacking, either within the self or within the relationships that all of you manifest around. And what we have perceived it is that many light workers are lacking on love relationship. It's hard as a sensitive beings, as a spiritual beings, to be open and willing without the false damage from the ego, to have a romantic relationship where both of you can grow together. And this is why we are here today. You can now set in motion your intentions. If you think this is the experience that you would like to have, either that you already have one relationship and you would like to improve it, or that you're lucky and you don't have anyone, but you would like to make a better choice than the ones that you did before. Humans have been forced to experience through history, through a damaged divine masculine and the oppression of the divine feminine. This is what it is shifting in your planet. It's not that the divine feminine is better than the divine masculine. They complement together. A twin flame journey, it's an alchemy that each of you can create within, where your own divine masculine and divine feminine awakens to the point that you shift into a source field that becomes the creation as a bridge from heaven into earth through your own body and alchemy. Honoring your body, honoring your mind, your emotions within sacredness and holiness. And this is something that has been distorted, and it was practiced for many ancient races before, and it has been distorted for certain archetypes that humans have been running throughout time. If we are speaking between a female and male that come into an alchemy, either you call them twin flame or soulmate or partners, one of them is going to play the role of divine masculine, the other of feminine. And that alchemy, it's heaven on earth when it is honor with gentleness, when you completely are present within your own body and being able to find harmony, to share your soul intimately with someone else, where you can imbibe that other soul into your own sacred temple and then shift into heaven together. And this is what has been lost. We have seen that many couples initiated feeling love within each other, whether they are normal couples or spiritual couples, and then they forgot to keep seeing love to each other, or whether they would like to have a twin flame. What a twin flame, it is, through our perception, it is a type of connection you set in your soul's will that you would like to experience, and that connection manifests another soul that would like to participate with you in both benefits and to create a balance together. And this connection will be having certain levels for each of you, and those levels are unblocked, and the degree of harmony and balance between these both separate beings collaborate together as one. There are many distortions about what a twin flame is. Humans are meant to have as much as relationship as they can because that represents growth. And each relationship is going to bring the highest and the highest good, whether that relationship can be a karmic one or can be someone that is going to come to assist you to grow as a friend or as a lover. mm, it's not about if you have or not a twin flame. It's more than what you will do with that connection. The intention that you put is the intention. It is that I feel alone, I need love. Then that is not the intention that it will come from divine order. The intention from twin flames, the ultimate purpose is that share love no matter what. It could be as a friend lovers, it could be as lovers, it could be as a soul only, it could be through the body, it could be in many different arrangements that the souls have. And sometimes souls pre-agree to one thing and then it get distorted within the life on earth, and then those contracts can be dissolved and then someone else is going to come to replace. There are many different engagements that souls as a human can have in no different ways. And twin flames come to be reactivated, reorganized, so humans can learn to be one with someone else. It's the best way to heal together, to love together, to learn from someone else, to love someone else that it is you in another form, and to be patient and gentle, respecting that someone else has its own unique journey. And then at the same time, it is a master teacher that is going to come to show you your own lacking or your own strengths, is seeing yourself in someone else's shoes. And this is one of the hardest lessons for many humans, because some lower frequency programs that have been running over and over does not allow it to be open enough and transparent enough and honest enough. And that transparency and honesty has to start with a self, and then it's going to be mirror for someone else's that is going to come. What a twin flame connection could be defined, it is a connection that goes beyond any physical label or term. It is a connection that it is through telepathy, through the heart, through the Kundalini frequency. Also, that is what it is flame, because both souls have such a magnetic attraction that will ignite with passion and love, a synchronization where both become one, and the doorway for each other's source frequency coming through. One will work, the divine masculine will represent the lower chakras, and in the heart it will meet with the divine feminine, and the divine feminine will perform in the higher chakras, channeling source through the body for both vessels to receive what it is needed. And at the same time, that alchemy, that connection in sacredness, with honor, with respect, caring for the other, without false ego and pretensions and other distorted beliefs, ripples such a powerful effect that everyone else in the oversoul benefits just for that moment of connection that emanates frequency of love beyond the sacred union through the heart. At the same time, that connection, it's intertwined with different dimensions, different lives, different beings, guides, higher selves. Their whole oversoul participate. That's why it can be intense, and sometimes it can be complicated for humans to understand what exactly is happening. Those soul partners are here for teachings. They come in wisdom for you. they come to collide timelines. They come to make you grow as a teacher master that is not always meant to stay with you forever. And that's not necessarily represent that you have a contract with them. Sometimes different souls will come to just activate it, to push you to go further, and sometimes those contracts are for a very short period, sometimes can last the eternity. It will depend on what your higher self, your oversoul, and your soul desire to have. Contract is something that we would like to clarify. Contract is in a specific vibration that you would like to magnify or have as human, but those contracts are not actually determined. They can change. They are entry points. They are portals to access a different frequency as a human or as a being of any other race. Remember that time is an illusion. Time is something that each of you create while in the physical, and this may be complicated to understand. So know that your higher mind is actually understanding what you need to understand right here. Let's say that a contract will represent an unresolved issue that your soul would like to achieve. Perhaps it is worthiness. It will set certain intentions for certain roles to be the teachers for you, to assist you to learn worthiness. And then your higher self within your oversoul will ask soulmates who would like to participate with you in that role play. And when the contract is complete, sometimes souls separate. And if we're talking about a partnership, sometimes those partnerships get into divorce or separation, and then the soul asks for another frequency or experience to have, and then another partner may come. It's complicated to explain each of the agreements that each of you have, because you all are asking for different things that you need in a specific situations. And there are a multitude of levels that each of you are healing, transforming, transcending with your own unique experience that you don't even comprehend, in many other dimensions for many other beings within your own soul group. And a twin flame is a type of contract that you have with someone else that you decide to match frequency to become the trinity of source. Let's say one would represent, it's not about gender, but it's more the alchemy between the divine masculine and feminine, than that together become one. And that transition that you do through love, opening all that you are through someone else that is a separate being of you, that at the same time mirrors you perfectly. What you lack, what your strength, and then that other chemistry needs to match and harmonize with your own chemistry. When the twin flame contract, it has been activated, it can come in different segments. Sometimes the soul decide to have that contract with a non-physical being, and it could be coming as a guide or as a soulmate that is with you in a loving way. Sometimes it will come as a karmic partner, that it will come to show you a pattern that is distorted for you to rewrite it and to purge it and transform it into a new alchemy for yourself. But the ultimate twin flame contract that we would like to activate for the ones that resonate with is the one that you can both work together in the physical as humans, as partnerships, as a teamwork, that you can support each other, where both souls decide to be open and willing to work together. And we understand that each relationship, the physical form, will have highs and lows. It's not about a perfect relationship. It's about the partner who is going to come to be your best friend and you love it at the same time, and both of you can support each other to grow the same speed. And this is a new type of twin flame that is going to be activated during this year. Many souls in human form that did not have a twin flame contract has been activated right now, because it's a program within the last example of twin flames that we are announcing for you today, that is going to be activated between this year until the 2025. And that is going to be because humans that tune into love are going to have a better a path with more ease and grace than the ones that are working with other frequencies. We see that love is going to be the solution for many of you to transform your own distorted archetypes in a more joyful way, fun way, loving way, peaceful way. Love comes as a most powerful frequency for each of you to find your own alignment. And this is why the twin flame journey is not meant for everyone, because each of you have different desires, and at the same time those desires are blended with the desires of Gaia for yourself and with the desires of your own oversoul for the ones that decide to have this type of connection. At the same time, this type of connection will anticipate many rainbow and crystals and hybrid childs that are going to be born from those couples that are going to represent the new earth. So we see as the initiation of a transformation on earth that is going to last, we can say, for 4 generations. We would like to do a activation, and then we can have some questions. Please take a deep breath and visualize as if you are in a garden of roses. I'm still Mary Magdalene. The technology we really want you to use is when you shift to become a rose within your own aura, for you to channel and assimilate direct from source parts of you that were distorted, for you to source your own love, for you to know your own value, your own worth, for you to be able also to receive love. And as you become a rose, shift-shaping your soul, you are meant to interact with all roses from your planet. And each rose will represent an aspect of you that are distorted and pattern about a love relationship. Either that love relationship it is with yourself, with your body, with your place, with your profession, with abundance, or with a partner. And as you breathe into your own petals and perceive the aroma of love. Higher self and your oversoul is going to come true. And for the ones that would like to welcome your own twin flame connection, you'll have it at its own level. It may not be active in this life, but it may active in other planes, in other times. You have the ability to bring something here every time you tune into it. And this technology is coming online for all of you. Or just command what you want in a very simple and practical way. And in the degree that you visualize all these edges from your rose, your petals, your leaves, your glow, your sweetness, your aroma, and all the other roses next to you, it's going to be one specific rose in a different color, in a different authenticity, but in the same frequency of love. This is someone who has been working with you in many lifetimes that makes a good partner. And within your own rose, you are going to dimensional shift, moving your humanity outside of the realm of your past. All those karmic patterns that we're rewriting, and in the degree that you breathe and visualize healing your childhood, partners, different partners, your fathers, all the distortions from betrayal, judgment, sexual distortions, agreements that were broke without honor, without respect, without value. And all the times that each of you did not honor your body and open your sacred temple to someone that did not appreciate it the way that it should be appreciated and valued. And now elevate your resonance to equalize the highest love frequency in complete understanding of yourself, with the resonance of your body, your own chakra technology, raising the Kundalini energy from your base chakra, increasing as a blissful serpent that's roll around you, the left, the right, through and around, bathing, igniting all your chakras, going up, up, creating an alchemy for your divine masculine and feminine within, in the presence of another soul who decides to be your own mirror. And now welcome that special soul rising in the heart, changing love that comes and goes and multiplies, going up, up, connecting both of you into the higher realms. And then source, feel the connection, the signal, and send it back, grounding you into your present moment. There are several layers to ground with your own energy. Through the roots of the roses, and they all participate with you. It's a deep purification. Just imagine if you could feel all of those roses, your divine partner, your oversoul, and everything comes in alchemy. And while you do that, if you would like to, these Mary Magdalene Collective, through your guides, are going to do an adjustment through the language of the light. Just breathe the aroma of the roses, hold that within your heart, and exhale without any resistance. Niate sakotishki kiyamate kiyara sekote iki ishkiyana. Iasete iki ish niasete ikiyana. Mina te I iki te iki isate iki. I te ima ina aseko iti. Ishna ukuiti. Ikiana osake itiki ishkiana. Allow your own abilities to allow yourself to embody this love. Iate shaseki ikianate ikiana. And now activate your etheric ring. This is the edge where your aura ends and someone else touches you. And this layer of you can be as thick, as light, as big, as small as you feel guided to. And this layer is going to be created with all the roses, love, and the divine feminine is going to support you as long as you would like to have it. You can ask within your mind, I want it for the rest of the year, for 21 days, for the week, for an hour, and we are going to assist you. Ni ate ishki isate ki ikiate ki akasa ko ikiana. Ianate iase ki iti ishki mane kiate esako itiki ikiata. Miana niasete iki ishtia kauso ikiana. Mianate iasete ikishta selkuinia. Please breathe. Try to imagine that scent of a garden full of flowers, beautiful roses, all colors. If you can perceive the sweetness in the air, imagine. Go back in time into a memory that you perceive this healing harmony from your smell. And breathe the sweetness in. Letting go of your attention, your expectations, surrendering to what is available for you. And now try to connect deeper, deeper. Deeper. Now imagine that you have someone who could have every ingredient that could be a best partner for you. Someone who will come to teach you in different ways. Someone who will come to grow with you. So both of you can be strong and gentle, courageous and peaceful. together but free at the same time, loving and caring and respectful, can support to heal each other in whatever way or form you are ready. It could be at a soul level, it could be at a spiritual level, it could come in your dreams and meditations, it could come as a human. And now give instructions to your higher self for what you would like to receive, to alchemize, that you will represent for you, anchoring love deeper and deeper. Nite sakateki ishkiana se iti ikiara. Mianeki iti sakiteki ishkiana. Now with these, I would like to share that when I was alive, I'm still Mary Magdalene. I always knew I would work with someone in partnership. And since I was born, I was prepared by my mother. I had t-shirts about to honor my body, about being present within myself. And I knew I will meet someone who will represent my same values, who will like to work with me so we could teach each other and grow each other and support each other as service for ourselves and humanity. Being the true definition of sourcing love. And that was our greatest purpose together. As we both together in Sacred Union would channel Divine Father and Divine Mother, we were creating source together. Creation. And this is the best advice I would like to give to all of you. Honor your body, your sacred heart. Honor who you invite to share space with you. You are all gods and goddesses. Don't get anything less than a god or goddess that will honor your body, your heart, your soul with the same care that you will do it for yourself. This is the type of alchemy relationships that we would like to see in all of you. That you can all care for each other, honoring your own unique processes together and as unique individual ones, but at the same time preparing for that alchemy. When you meet with your beloved and you connect in the act of making love, it is a ritual where both channel source for each other. It's a huge thing. It can be heaven. It can be beautiful when it's done with honor and respect, carrying the sacredness, the holiness, and meaning, understanding that both become one through the souls, through the hearts, through the intention, without lust and with love. Love bathing your bodies in every layer of you. That is one of the most powerful but also heavenly and sweet way you can all heal, activate each other, and elevate your own unique journey. And at the same time, recognizing the possibility that you all can work as one. First of all with a partner, and then with everyone else in your own human collective. Because humans are all one, but you all have been working separated from each other. And sometimes you are scared to touch each other, to read each other, to get in connection, because you don't match the same frequency yet. We understand that. But when you find someone who you can partner, that you both match same frequency and can practice to be open intimately, open just as it is as a soul, allowing someone else to see your flaws and your strengths, that is a precious experience each of you can have. And with this, we would like to close the transmission for today. We will be working with ones that decide to ask for anything that you need, for the ones that will be in the course and for the ones that will not, that are present. Please don't hesitate for us for our support, but grounding to the roses, it's something that you can do to embrace your own divine feminine. Thank you and be blessed, dear ones. Oh, thank you. Oh, that was good. Let me see if I have questions. Wow. Hello, thank you. Shaitana, can you ask your questions again? I'm not sure if I understand. So I can go further into... And if you guys have any questions, I'm not sure if I understand everything that it was said. Why contract? Contract is just an agreement. Look, I'm not sure if I pronunciate your name correctly, but when I started doing drawings, yes, I agree with you, but it depends on our perception. When I started doing drawings, I had someone who was assisting me to set my services because I didn't know how. And I had such a big resistance with the word twin flames that I did not even want to set it as a service. And then I wanted to put a divine partner because it was what I was clearing out. And I remember that my friend said, Gretel, it's how people know it, and it's going to be better for you if you put the name how people already recognize it. And I agree, but I had like this bitterness in my stomach because I didn't want to. When I posted about this course, several people comment different things. One term, either twin flame contract, activation, galactics, angels, will cause different effect in ourselves. But that is going to be according to our perception. I don't think it does matter exactly how it does happen. I think what matters is what we do with what happened. I hope that makes sense. Contract is just an agreement that you have with someone. Like right now we have an agreement that we are going to be here, but there are different kinds of agreements. Contracts is just a term. You can give them the term that whatever you desire to. Let me see if I have any other question. I think what I understood is something is going to shift for the 2025, and between today and 25, many relationships are going to be upgraded into a different type of relationship. This drawing on the collective True Roses roots ground help us to connect with twin flame. No, divine feminine. The twin flame is just an alchemy. Probably I'm sure I had certain questions that people ask me. Look, a twin flame, it's perhaps I can explain a little bit my twin flame. How my twin flame and I connect. We can channel each other. We can speak through our own thoughts all day. I feel him. It's a human. And I know when he wakes up, when he wakes, fall asleep, if he's upset, if he's eating, resting, relaxed, happy, I feel it. And he feels me. That is when your soul merge. I didn't have that with my ex. I think that's what the difference between a soulmate and a twin flame. The connection goes deeper. It does not mean that a twin flame is better than the soulmate, because I know someone who has soulmate relationship and they are beautiful and they can be beautiful. My brother, he has been in a marriage. They have been 25 together and they are soulmates and they have an amazing relationship. And it's fine too, it's valid. It's just a different thing, like eating strawberries or blueberries. Doesn't matter. It just depends on what you would like to experience. That's what I think. So, twin flame means in any relationship, you will share soul with someone else. Right? Let me see if I can read from here. It says, people say that you can have one soulmate, but one more twin flames. It depends, because we will have different agreements. Yes, I have had other soulmates that have asked me on dreams that, hey, you wanna be my twin flame? And I'm like, no, thank you, I'm already have one. So I think if the one that I already have were not that good, because it's really heaven for me, it's so beautiful. I always ask that I hope everyone can have a relationship like the one I have, and always go deeper and deeper and deeper. Probably I will have that connection with someone else's, and I will create a different alchemy. I have learned through these 3 years all different kinds of agreements. Some people come in groups. This is a rare thing. The majority will come in pairs. But I have seen groups of 5. I saw that twice. Sometimes I saw that too. A soul had an agreement with someone else, but with their meet, I knew they were twins. It was not the right moment for both of them, and they would have created karma, so they split. They didn't connect. So that agreement was canceled, and they had agreements with someone else. Sometimes, I think twin flames right now is a practice for the connection we will all have on the earth, because in new earth we'll all be connected to the heart in a very loving way. We all feel each other telepathically, so it's kind of like a practice. I hope that makes sense. How you connect with your twin flame? Normally you will feel it in your skin as if it's yours. That's why it can be very sensual or sexual, because that activates your kundalini, and then sometimes your feelings mix and you don't know exactly if they are yours or from your partner, and then that's why you care for each other, because part of you it's attached to the other person. So I'm always like, how are you? Are you okay? How was your day? Because I care for that other person as if it's other me that is separated, and he does the same. We're always caring for each other, and I think that will be the difference between making love, that it can be heavenly, than sacred union. When you have sacred union with someone, you connect in such a deeper way that you don't need to speak because your energy are it's already on it. It's just like perfect harmony whatever you do, and then you go into a deeper. I actually wrote a little bit about that. Let me see if I have any other question. There are many all kinds of agreements in twin flames. Sometimes yes, sometimes people cannot handle to have that connection physically together, so they are married with someone else and then they meet in the astral, and it's like having your best friend. It's like a guide that it is human, because you will heal each other, you will protect each other, you will carry each other, sometimes in dreams, sometimes in meditations, sometimes in the astral, but sometimes you live together. It depends on the agreement that you decide to have. I know people that are very popular in the light worker, that they channel entities, and because I have been working with them, I know that they channel the twin flame. So sometimes it's a love that is not sexual, it's just a love that it is hard to describe because it's just soars through. Let me see. Why the fell twin flame? Oh, that's an excellent question. Because sometimes we're not there yet to have that harmonious relationship. So a partner will come without a contract. This is what my guy said, to activate something within us. Sometimes people will meet a foul twin flame in the Reiki retreat. I have had that. I'm married, but I went to a Reiki retreat and I met someone, and oh my God, and then you felt that sexual attraction because perhaps the husband that you had did not activate you at that level, so you needed someone else to come and activate your kundalini flow through sacred sexuality. So all kinds of agreements come. False twin flame can be someone that prepares you for whoever will come next. Let me see if I have any other question. Sexual energy, it is the most powerful energy available for us. Soulmates married together could be better than a relationship. It depends. It depends on the agreement. Sometimes I do twin flame drawings for couples and it feels sad because they don't make love and they are all fighting all the time, and then I said, oh my God, that's so sad. Be together with someone and then you are just connected because you have home and kids and things to pay. Oh yes, I put discount in the twin flame course 50%, and on the galactic activations I put 75% on encodedfrequency.com. And then I'm going to start a membership on YouTube. It's gonna have 3 levels. YouTube offered me this yesterday and I thought it was a great idea, so I'm gonna be working on it. The first level is going to be $3.99 and it's going to have a library of books, a library of videos, I'm sorry. And then the second I think is going to be $14.99 and it's going to have 2 classes in the library, and the third level $29.99 and 4 classes and the level. But I'm going to post about it because I'm still in agreement with YouTube. Yes. Sacred sexual energy has been very distorted, and there is a very strong distinctive line between casual sex or just sex that can be good and enjoyable actually and sacred union. And I think the difference is lust and love. When you make love with someone and it was not sacred, at the end or at the beginning, it will feel like empty or wrong, or after the energy goes down, And then when you make love with sacred union or immaculate conception is how people actually describe it, you uplift yourself. It's like you are instantly, you jump into source, and then it's hard to describe. It's like heaven. That, I think that will be the difference. Let me see if I have any other question, because you're welcome, Tina. Any other question? I'm gonna wait. Do all twins have separation phrase? Not all, but the majority, yes. I had my separation phrase too. Activate something, yes. Sometimes it feels too much, and then you need like a certain type of adjustment, and then you go and separate each other. But the soul aspect, you always have it, but sometimes you just dormant that connection a little bit. Sacral says is mental or astral. I think it's astral, but you involve your mind actually on it too. Yes. How do you know if you are with a feels? It's a good question. It depends on how that person make you feel. Look, the twin flame, my twin flame teach me 3 things. First, do not expect. Second, surrender. And third, be okay with what is. And when I started practicing these 3 things, I started flowing with him because I was so fixated about the way I wanted us to be. But when I dropped my expectations, it became heavenly. When you come into divine partnership, you have to vibrate in the same frequency. Every time you do telepathy with someone, you match in love frequency. Telepathy is that you are both in the same channel. If you're healing someone to Reiki or anything, it has to be through love frequency. You hold the space for whom you are healing, for them to match a neutral frequency where that person can heal itself. And in the twin flame, you always connect in love. That's why sometimes you are separated, because we are not here to have that love frequency all the time. So sometimes you will separate it. But I have seen my connection in different dimensions, so it will evolve. Was he already grounded in knowing those things, accepting what is, etc.? Lori, I think mine, I think we're learning together. He was more advanced than me, actually, but I think we're learning together. Are the 3-level costs monthly? I think monthly. Yes, I'm going to... Yes, monthly, I think so. And will the courses like Galactic Activations be part of the membership? No, but maybe I will add them into the library. I have like 50 or 60 videos that I already recorded in other courses. So maybe I will add them on the library. Yes, I will put the list of the videos after I finish the agreement with with YouTube. But yes, I think it's affordable, and I think it's going to be worth it. You can try 1 month. If you think you didn't like it, just cancel the membership. What if your twin flame is not a spiritual? That's an excellent question. I have seen this. Rashika, look. My brother and his wife, they have like a perfect romantic relationship with 4 kids, completely balanced, because they are a balanced marriage. The whole family is in balance. right? Because they reflect those in their sons and daughters. But they don't have that twin connection that I have because it's not activated. So you can be soulmates, romantic soulmates, and have an excellent partnership and work together. You don't have to have that thing that I have with my twin, or that some people have it. It will depend on what you would like to experience. When you have that twin that you merge so completely, you feel match. So sometimes people does not want to have that level of intensity and don't have it active yet. So it depends on the choice. Some people even can taste what the other person is eating. I'm not there yet. But I have heard people in the sessions on the twin flame drawings that they said, look, I know when he's eating peach because I have the same craving. Some people even see what the other is seeing or smell what the other smell. So you really become one. And this is something, I'm going to read your question, Lori, in a bit, that I have seen that Pleiadians on 5D do. They merge together in partners all the time before they ascend into 7th dimension when you are a collective. So I saw myself in Pleiades, that the same twin flame that I had, we are both together merging. So it is like if you are astral traveling all the time, and what happens it is, if my energy is equal to a currency, and my currency worth is worth value, it's $1,000, and he has another $1,000, I will instantly have $2,000. Not necessarily, because in that life, Pleiadians don't make love. They don't need to make love because they are in love all the time. So they don't have the physical intercourse that we have here. I'm late, you may already said similar. Not necessarily, yes, you split from source, but you split with all your soul fragments in your oversoul. That's not a special one. The only special one is the connection that you have with that twin flame, Lori. I hope that makes sense. I don't think it's through the thing that it's on YouTube. That is for a null energy, but not in my timeline. In my timeline, I'm a whole, and he's a whole, and every other fragment in my oversoul is a whole. I just have this special connection with him that makes us heavenly and romantically aligned. But so is the connection that I have with my daughter, with my son, with my mom, and with any other soulmate in my oversoul. But in these other soulmates, I don't have that romantically connection for support. Polygamous are Pleiadians? It depends on what Pleiadian, but I don't think they're I haven't seen aliens making love the way we do. I think the ones that make love with aliens are not really aliens, are humans that look like aliens, or humans for other parallel universe, but not aliens because they are in a different realm. What my guys say to me is they don't need to have that making love because they are not lacking in love ever. They are always in love. It's like you're not hungry because you are full all the time, so you don't need to eat. Right here we need to eat, but they don't need to eat because they feed from light. I hope that makes sense. Not necessarily they're always separated geographically. Sometimes, because light workers, we are all separated, but not necessarily. I think 40 or 50% they live in the same place. Which collective is monogamous? It depends, Shaitanya, because there are many different parallels, many different dimensions. Each of us create our own unique dimensions. So things are not set in stone, they all change. So when we have fractals from archangels belong, that is an excellent question, Tina. fragments from angels. Angels or candles, they don't ever incarnate. This is what I believe, but I'm still learning. I think we have a percentage of angel. When, look, we are all source. You, I, Trump, Biden, we're all source, equally all source. If I decide to born, hi beautiful, I will ask, I would like to have 30% of Pleiadian, 10% of Fairy, 10% of Mars, 5% of Atlantean, 40% of Angel, etc., etc. So we all are going to have our own unique alchemy about what we want to express from source. But when we die and go back, we're all source again, pure, beautiful light of source. We just, sometimes if we decide to go and live again, we would like to carry the same stuff because it's like at the soul level, like it's my responsibility. I'm gonna take care of this baggage and this karma because I'm already working on it. Are angels holographic robots? I don't think so. No, angels are real and they are beautiful. I think angels represent divinity, purity. I don't think angels, they are just a form of love. They don't even have names. We give them names. They have frequencies. And angels, they are all one. They don't even have genders. They are all one. It's just a frequency you tune into, like a frequency you tune into when you are negative or positive. If you want to listen to music, if you want to listen to the news, if you want to listen to any podcast or anything, it's just everything is a frequency we tune into because we are, no, they don't have wings, they have light. We imagine them as wings because, I don't know, they don't even look like human. One day I do a drawing and then someone's comment, you didn't know that angels don't have pupils? Of course they don't have pupils. They are light. They are pure light. But in order for us to resonate with them, they will look human for us and they will look in the form of a man or a female. But they are consciousness. We are a consciousness that temporarily have a human vessel, but we're just a consciousness. Let me see if I can read the other question from here. In a way, we are all holographic, but the way our light is designed, we manifest to be physical because we believe it. What fruit do we tune into making love in the twin flame? What frequency do we tune in to make love? Love, Laurie, of course. When you both are in the higher frequency. You don't make love. It's hard to explain. You don't make love. You tune into that frequency and then you unblock different levels of yourself and then it feels like making love, but it's different because it's like heaven. But probably I should do another day talking about sacred sexuality. What happened? I wrote it a little bit. What happened, it is that you need to tune into your body. Let me see if I can describe it to you, Lori. Tune into your body, but being present, because as females sometimes, yes, it's an energy exchange, Gina. That's exactly. Sometimes we're thinking all kinds of things and we're not present. Yes, the video is going to be here. You tune into your body and just feel your body and you honor yourself as a sacred portal. What men do if they are physically male, when they connect with you, they sit you. And what you do is you are like the place they can come inside of you and then heal and then us become if we channel them. But probably I will do another about sacred sexuality because, yes, thank you for being here, because then it's going to be too long. Any last question? How do you know if you're coming in union with your separate twin flame? Yes, but our relationship is going to be a mirror for something that we're lacking or that we're manifesting. So sometimes we're going to manifest, let's say, my ex was a typical narcissistic and I was the empath. But I wasn't lacking of self-love because I was codependent. So I didn't know how to source it for myself. So I had to manifest someone who will show no respect to me. So I will say one day, you know what, stop. I don't allow this connection ever. So I need someone to be in that lower frequency for me to shift. That's why sometimes we manifest we manifest those relationships that are karma or lower frequency is because we're learning something. And everything we do in this life, we ripple light into many other. Like for example, my dog died, I think 3 months ago, and I felt I was healing other aspects of me that they were losing child or miscarriage from other lives. So probably because I'm more prepared on this one because of the things I do, my soul decided that I was going to be the one who got through grief so I could support other aspects of me in other lives that were not strong the way that I am. So I hold the grief on behalf of all other aspects of me, and I went through for a few days. Let me see. Are the Atlantean twin flames different? Atlanteans is just race that. Let me see if I understand your question correctly. Let me wait for it to upload. Are the Atlantean twin flames different than the ones? It's the same twin flame. It just depends on what you are tuning to. Like for example, me in Atlantis, I was a tantric teacher. So I teach sacred sexuality in Atlantis and then on Egypt. So those are the aspects that are assisting me in this one. So I am, let's say that in this life, I am assigned to upgrade, restore, heal my own sacred sexuality, and I needed a partner who will corroborate with me. That's why I manifested to have a twin flame. Let me see. Yes, we forget everything ripples. Yes, and many multiple planes, of course. I mean, if we are signs that you are a closer union. Yes. Let me describe how I feel. So you see, if you are having this sacred union, I feel like I had to connect with my body first. And then I have to tune into my source of love that within me is in my heart. But the chakras that I am working is my lower chakras. So I will start breathing into me, and then I will allow myself to start sensing my body. And then I'm going to start to do a healing on myself, where I'm going to connect with my cells, my skin, my scent, my hands, every aspect of me, my heart, my desires. And then I will tune into the connection that I already have. And before inviting him into my space, I will harmonize our auras, our hearts, all timelines, higher self guides, all that. But I do this instantly. And then our energies become one, but gradually. like you go for levels, and then in the degree that you connect more and more and more, you go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and then sometimes you will have periods of adjustment. But then it's like a meditation together. It's like a meditation by being physical in a very loving way and in a very respectful way, allowing your own unique process to evolve the way that you are destined to do it. Let me see. Do you think you manifested a twin flame? In other words, I have these intentions. Yes, you can manifest it. Yes, I manifested. I wanted to have that connection. I wanted to know what it will feel like to have a decent human being on my side, like a friend. Yes. And then it feels like a blast of love of energy, and then it stuns you. Yes. Sometimes it's like a flame that will feel like burning but does not burn you, but it starts creating certain synergy within your own chakras, your own meridians, and then it's going to go up, 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 up. But you can use your breathing. You can use, some people use crystals like the egg yoni, different things. You can do it by yourself. You can do it with someone else. It depends. But if you do it with someone else, it's going to be mainly to your own connection, because the other person cannot give you what you are not giving to yourself. This is what I think we would like to change. It's not someone that is going to come to make me happy or completely. I am responsible for myself. I just share the space with someone else because that someone else, it's more fun to do it with someone else than do it by your own. It's like if I'm going to travel to the Grand Canyon alone, it's gonna be fun and beautiful. Perhaps if I go with someone, it's going to be more amazing because I have someone to share space with. Hope that makes sense. And it's so healing at many different levels. Let me see if I can read that question. In the course, what I did, I was pinning to my share and in the course, I channel the Twin Flame Collective in 8 recordings, and we go through healing our inner child, relationship, karmic timeline, sacred union, different teams, and then I create 4 meditations, and this is mainly you working with your own energy, and then in some parts you invite that person, that connection that we all have, that is just represent a huge source of love, and sometimes it's by yourself. The best way that I can describe it, it may not be for everyone, because we're all different and we all have different things that we like to have, but for me, I feel like it's a blessing, because it's like if I have a guide that is human, that like understand me more than my guides, and then that supports me all the time, and then like if you have someone who, if you feel low sometimes, it's just there for you, not necessarily because it's going to fix your problem, but because that love that is ignited between both hearts, it's enough for us to source any solution or anything I need to do. I hope that makes sense. Any last question? Because I think I'm already beyond time. It's more like giving and receiving and an inner transformation. I don't think I have words to describe, but it's beautiful. Probably I will blush myself. Yes, I think I do. But for me, I I no longer ask for certain things to happen. I'm grateful for the experience that I'm already on it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think I'm going to do another live just to talk about psychosexuality. Are you an Agarton? No. Hola, hermosa. No. Look, as I said before, I think we're all from Source, but I have bigger percentage of Pleiadian, Arcturian, Syrian, Lemurian, Atlantean. I have lives in Egypt. I have lives as an Esseni, Andromedan, Mars, Orion, as a mermaid too. Yes, but I'm going to be sharing all those things in the lives that I'm going to be doing for the membership. For the membership, I'm going to post about it. The first level, I think, is $3.99, and it's going to have a huge library about meditations and channelings. Yes, I have a life that I often travel. I think I am her guide, and she's a mermaid, and she's from Mintaka, Orion. Yes, I do visit her. One of my gifts that I have in this life is that my dream time is very active. So the majority of the things that you guys are going to see that I do in my codes is because I dream about it. And it's when guides come and talk to me, show me things. Lately I have been traveling to the future a little bit. And things are real but are not. How do you know what I am? Travel, no idea. Okay, one thing is you're going to start waking up 3 to 4 a.m. constantly, and it's because a part of you may be traveling. Look, guys, many of the things that are online are for the own energy, and I don't think they actually resonated anymore. I was going to write about this. Sometimes you will force you wake up because you can't sleep, but it's because your body, your soul, it's having a journey in another plane, learning something. Like for example, how do I say it? My soul, it's my personality from this life, but also holds a personality for my all the lives, all the experience that I have access to my library, to my cache in Source. So my soul is going to have a greater perspective about the things that happen here. Let me, perhaps I was watching the news and I was worried about the things that are happening in the US. But my soul can tune into the dream state and go into the future and then know exactly what's going to happen. But sometimes I don't access those future or past information because it's going to stop me from learning, or perhaps because that information does not match the frequency that I have here. If you would like to remember your astral travels, because I think we all travel, we all do it, I have seen it, but we don't remember because we do not match a frequency to access that information. It is like, let's say that if I astral travel with the Arcturians, I don't remember because that information is in Arcturian language, and as human, I don't remember. So I need to tune into that frequency in the physical, raise my frequency so I match Arcturian so I can remember. I hope that makes sense. And that happens to everything. We're light, we're actually source. We're not Pleiadians, Arcturians, nothing. We are all source. We just have different technology that is going to say that Arcturian, Pleiadian, twin flame, karma, etc., etc. But that technology is within our own vessels, within our own light. And this is something, thank God, we can upgrade it all the time. Yes. I have connection to Mintava. Where are the only mermaids there? No. Mermaids were on Sirius, on Hydra, other star. You have water beings on Andromeda, And right here and on Earth, I think we had mermaids on Atlantis, on Lemuria, and then on Avalon, we had mermaids too. But mermaids, they live in another plane like dragons. They are not in the physical anymore. I don't think so because they used to be hound by men, at least in my timeline, because there are all kinds of timelines. There are not one Atlantis, there are many. There are many Lemurians, there are many Avalon. So what I share is what I can access through my soul. But perhaps if any of you will channel something different from me because you guys had other experience. It's all about matching the frequency. Hope that makes sense. Any last question? Because I think I went too far. Yes. Like, for example, timelines are perception. Just quickly, let's talk about vaccines. Vaccines, they are all having different results in different timelines. So my timeline in relationship with vaccines is going to be according to what my soul has the agreement to experience in this life, blended with what the collective wants to experience, blended with what source is having as a feedback. Yes and no. Because if someone is going to be a sport person doing boxing or stuff like that, probably is going to need meat. Some people will have to eat meat because it requires their own soul agreement. So it's not about eating meat or not. It's being coherent with your own body needs, mind, and soul. And that is applies with twin flame too. Some people wanted to have it, some people don't want it to have it because it can be too intense. But for some people it's like, oh my god, I want it to, right? Like me, like, oh yes. So it's all according to what your soul would like to have. Some people will choose to have lower expressions like being in jail or things like that because it's what they wanted to. Like, for example, I had a session with someone who came from Pleiades, and it was a very high frequency soul, like for 9 dimensions, something like that. But in this life, that person was on drugs, had different partners, wild sex, alcohol, all things, and says, look, when we did a session, his soul says, look, it's my first time on earth. I just want to try everything. Wild sex, drugs, alcohol. Woohoo! I don't want to be a light being anymore like I was up there because I don't know what it feels like to be lower frequency, to be messy. And it's what I want to experience. And that's valid too. So everyone will have a different experience and it will be according to what that person uniquely would like to have. But at the same time, it serves the whole, because we all learn from different things. And I hope that makes sense. Let me see. Yes. Sometimes angelic souls or certain type of aliens are going to would like to have that strong karmic relationship because they know they can handle. And they said into the oversoul, they said, you know what? I want to clear that and that and that and that and that and that because I got this. I'm powerful. But sometimes when you are here, it's like, oh my God, why did I choose those things? The good thing is that you always can upgrade, redesign, restructure what you would like to live. And that is according to your intentions and your perceptions. Because the light force that we'll have, it's equally the same. The only difference is the capacity of love, compassion, forgiveness, patience, peace. We all can express through the same situations. I hope you I hope you guys like it and enjoy. I'm going to leave all the day of today the specials. 70% in the galactic activations and 50% Thank you. 50% on the Twin Flame course. Appreciate. We're going to start 2. It's 4 channelings, like half an hour, 40 minutes, 20 minutes, depends. 4 meditations uniquely to work with sacred sexuality, sacred union, inner child, codependency, things like that. Things that I went through. I'm going to be doing these classes like for an hour, hour and a half in the memberships that are going to come in a few weeks. So we all learn together, and at the same time it's an affordable price, because I know how people is struggling a little bit. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate the support, your likes, your comments, the support to me, to my channel. I'm so grateful. I hope you are all blessed today. You have an amazing weekend. Bye bye. Appreciate so much. Bye bye.